All right, everybody. Hey, today is September 16th, 2019. I am Jeffrey Jansen. How's everybody doing today? I went live a little bit earlier when I was at Sam's over with Luke and Steve and them, getting everything ready for the event. Now, today, let's go over a couple things about how our culture is kind of changing, but not changing the way it should. You know, when people actually think it's okay to go out there and curse and lie and exaggerate and sit there and say things about people that aren't true or go ahead and publish stuff. You know, we have a country of people that mistrust anybody anyway. Okay? Look, if you're going on there and you think every other word out of your mouth has to be some kind of vulgar, you know, nasty word, then you got to start thinking to yourself, are you actually appearing as somebody that knows what they're talking about, or somebody just is a hateful person? Now, the reason why I'm saying this is I see so many people out there that instead of using grammar, I'm not sitting there saying my grammar is good, okay? I am not saying that at all. I'm not even saying that I use words in the right way sometimes. But I am saying that I can find verbs and adjectives and stuff like that to use instead of using profanity, cursing, and stuff. That way, I know, you know, that I'm actually trying to use my brain a little bit in order to get something across that I'm trying to get across. Now, why do I say that? And I ain't gonna lie. I have been watching political pundits. I've been watching people, just regular everyday people. They think that the only way they can get ahead is to basically see how many bad words they can say in one sentence. Look, if you want to be better, you want to do better in your life, you want to move ahead of the curve, you want to be better. If you're going in for an interview, they're not going to tolerate that stuff. If you're going in for a job interview with anybody, the second you start cussing up a storm, the second that you use any vulgar, bad jokes whatsoever, you're not going to get those jobs, okay? If you're looking to do better in your life, maybe you cut lawns for a living, and you're looking to get more lawns, right? A person doesn't want to hear your drama. They just want you to cut their lawn, okay? Maybe you're going to be a painter. Maybe you are an outstanding painter, okay? People don't want you sitting there cussing up a storm in their house while you're painting, and they're not going to hire you if you do. Maybe you're somebody out there that works on cars or whatnot. Okay, that's great. But you know what? It shows a lot. Mechanics are actually really smart people. They're very intelligent, very smart. Just like people that work on a paint line, people that work in a factory. These are really intelligent people. But the second that we start, you know, filling in that narrative of saying and doing things that make us look bad or make us look less smart than what we are, is when we start losing who we are. We need to start teaching our kids what real respect is. And even if you grew up without doing it, start teaching your children. Start being a role model for your kids. Start doing the things you wish you would have done. Okay? Every day in life, we must push the boundaries. We must push ourselves to do better, to be better. I'm not saying everything I've ever done is perfect. In fact, more than half the stuff I do is complete whatever. But here's the kicker. You got to go out there and try. You got to push for your best. I joined the United States Marine Corps because I never saw another way for myself to do more, to be better. Okay? So instead of just giving up and going out and doing drugs and becoming an alcoholic and, you know, I decided to join the Marine Corps thinking, you know what, I need a break from what I'm doing now. So I joined the Marine Corps. When I joined the Marine Corps, I went all over the world and back again and had a great time. When I got out, I was able to finish my college. I was able to be a role model for certain people. I was able to become a dad. I was able to get myself into things. Now, did I make mistakes after that? You betcha. But I also learned never to give up. Never to sit there and think to myself that the world's less without me. You know what the world's less without? You. We need you in this world, because without you in the world, without each and every one of you that are listening to this, the world's not worth it, because you are awesome and you matter. And that's what you got to tell yourself every single day. Don't try to compete with people. Just do the best you can do and then push your own limits out there. Now, why do I do this every single day, whether anybody listens or not? Because there's going to be that one person that's going to hear it at that one time they need to hear it. And they're going to be like, you know what, hey, or life put this in front of me, God sent me this, or they're going to put the spirit realm sent me that, whatever. It doesn't matter, as long as you hear that you're important, that you matter, and you need to get out there and be better every single day. I do not trust the news anymore. I trust local news, but I do not trust the mainstream news media anymore because they don't think it's all for money. It's all about money anymore. It's not about keeping your dignity. You know, I look at all of our past presidents, and this is not a political thing, by the way. I look at all of our past presidents, our past politicians, and everything else, and I see the good and the bad. I see the ones that got elected, there's a lot of scandal and stuff like that. But you know what I also see? I see somebody like Abraham Lincoln that went that extra step at a time where he shouldn't have gone that extra step to make sure to get things put in place so that all men are created equal, okay? I see Martin Luther King, Dr. Martin Luther King out there every single day as a Republican who basically had the entire, he had so many people mad at him, so many people, at his throat because they didn't like what he had to say. But you want to know something? Because of him, we have more rights and freedoms today, and he was not a politician. He was somebody that believed that all men were created equal. Look at John F. Kennedy, okay? John F. Kennedy pushed north. We went to the moon, he knew that we were better than who we were because we started giving up on ourselves. Now, why do I bring out these three men? Because those three men believed in us more than we believed in ourselves, and they could see more in us. That's what you have to do to every single person in your life. You have to see more in them than what they see in themselves. Now, why do I say this? Because if I don't try to help every single person, that one Marine brother or sister or family member of mine that doesn't get that help when I could have helped somebody, they're not going to get it, and they could take their life. They could think they're not important. They could be down on themselves. That one time, that one shot they've got, they may not take because they don't believe in themselves. And we got to let every single person know you got to take the shot whether you're tired or not. Today, believe it or not, it seems like I have a lot of energy in me. I don't. Right now, actually, I'm actually very tired today. I'm actually low energy today whatsoever. But you want to know something? I do know that I have to push myself every day to do more, to be better, to be a better person, to be a better father, to be a better son, to be a better brother, to be a better cousin. I know that every day I've got to push myself to the limits, whether I'm hyper or not, to do the right thing, not what's necessarily what I want to do, but what I need to do. Not necessarily what sounds fun, but what needs to be done. Not everything we do is going to be fun. Not every time we do something is going to be, oh yeah, that's awesome, excited. It's not. Sometimes we've got to do things in order to get to the next part. Each and every one of you matters. Each and every one of you makes a difference. And I can tell you this today. Watch your mouths. Watch what you say. Watch what you think. Watch what you do. I do these things where I go in front with people that own companies and managers and bosses and stuff, and I ask them what they're looking for. And I can promise you, if you put any kind of vulgar language down, I can promise you 99.9%, I can promise you'll never get the job. If you say something that is vulgar, that is racist, that's sexual, or anything like that, I promise you will not get a job. But I do promise you that if you do your research on the company, you listen attentively, you ask questions, you let them know, I don't know how to do this, but I'm willing to learn. I'm almost 100% sure, I'll still say 99% sure, you'll get the job. Every day is a challenge. Every day we have to do things that we may or may not like to do. Every day we have to push ourselves, push our limits, teach our kids. Even if we were the worst person in the world before we had kids, or even if we were the worst person in the world up to 5 minutes ago, it's now time to start being a better person. Now it's time to do the things that are the right reason. Like Zig Ziglar has always said, if you help enough people get to the top, they will help you get to the top. Some people, they want to go right to the top and they realize they can't get there, or it's boring or anything else. You know why it's so fun when you help people get to the top? Because when you get to the top and the party's already going on and you're up there, all your friends and family and everybody you helped up there, guess what? They're patting you on the back. They're saying thank you. You're patting them on the back, telling them thank you. And together you guys have a good time. A party of one is no fun. But a party with friends and family and stuff like that is pretty awesome. All right. Today's been a hot day. Hope you all are drinking water. I hope you're all having a good day. My buddy Joe just went inside there. I'm going to go in and get myself a piece of Casey's Pizza. And I want you all to know that you're awesome, that you matter, that you're important. And that's what you got to do every day, is make sure that you know you matter. And make sure to help one person every day. It doesn't take money to help somebody. It might just be shaking somebody's hand. It might just be going somewhere with somebody. It might be calling somebody up on the phone and telling them that they matter. And if I have to tell you every day to do that, I'll do it. Anyway, my name is Jeffrey Jansen. I hope you all have a great day. God bless everybody. You matter. You're awesome. Have a good one.